0.6 miles. All eyes are on Vinales be able to do something from the front row of the grid, and Rossi has all like reactions of a 20-year-old. Rossi sweeps round the outside, will be down on the deck, that's for sure. But it's Marquez who leads him.
Very aggressive, used his whole shot device to its advantage.
2018 in the mid up for this. Vinales slots in behind teammate Rossi.
Cal, unfortunately.
Morbidelli giving him a bit of a rub. Tyre war, we expect so, and a bit more rubbing going on there. It's by Jack Miller, I think.
And if it's because he's on his way already, it's Marquez. Look at this on the first lap.
Maverick Vinales, winner in 2017. So again down into turn one. This is going to be...
Unfortunately, he has to be because she's fastest. And, I mean, it wasn't even difficult for Dobby then, was it? Mirror signal.
On in this race with a full tank of fuel. Not being able to be aggressive enough on that opening lap. Here's a man that knows how to pass. Jack Miller sticks out the inside.
Went wide, lost a bit more time. And Frankie Mo is, and exactly what's happening then. Where is he? 8th
now.
7th.
Slipping down.
8 on the outside.
And that makes that class of racing. Do not leave that gap. Do not being a bit of a weakling in the early laps. He knows it. So Rossi, Miller, Morbidelli. What a great ride.
Look at this. He's just done a 1:39. It's 2.4 seconds.
39,
Look at him.
39.0. Good. I'm looking at here at the moment. So balance. Mind you, we've seen it at this racetrack before. Surely getting hounded down and
oh, that was tight round
the
there.
outside. Well, I think Cal Crutchlow did a similar job last year. He managed his tyres brilliant.
He sat on the back of that group, and I think he'll be potentially saving.
In fact, Digit come across here, it was Gavin. He must have jumped.
Why else would he get a ride through? Now, we've got this penalty lane.
Should go through that.
I mean, it doesn't fit the crime.
That ride through penalty.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I think it is a ride through down. Here comes Rossi. That's a good move on Morbidelli. And on his dashboard, what you saw on your screen is live information. Is the rule. So Cal Crutchlow.
And of course he is to Frankie Morbidelli. It's difficult for the riders.
Get down pit lane then if he wanted to.
No,
that's the other problem. If you've got someone on the line in 5th place, Crutch take that penalty down pit lane. Petrucci with Rins. We came here thinking this is...
So you can really analyse, you know...
they will have analysed it as well. You're not allowed to move, are you? Got a jump start by Cal Crutchlow. It's all getting a bit anxious. It's over Dovizioso leading this bunch at the moment.
He'll
came
be
in there hot as well, didn't he?
Livid. Yeah, I believe Cal will have tried to anticipate the lights.
That's for sure.
What?
Did you see that?
No.
I did not see a jump start there.
And you know what I mean?
Say, mitigation regarding the cruelest penalty.
Race is over, isn't it?
Yeah, here as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
Slow in, said that he expected most to go with the soft. That was his fighting for that second place on the pole. Yamaha turns good, doesn't it?
It turns good, but then...
Well, Dovizioso, he's a clever man. Right now, Marc
Marquez leads by 4.9 seconds.
This place was never worked for Jorge
doesn't
Lorenzo.
Work. Weird. Morbidelli
even. Yeah, Morbidelli even.
Worked out the penalty. So for coming, doing a ride through, Keith, he is.
They've got it. The thing is, that's not of having to explain that, but they all want us on the side.
Exactly. They're not going to give it willy-nilly. Clearly, this weekend.
Yeah, disaster. Squeeze, Jack Miller on the outside.
Danilo Petrucci.
Just today.
Yeah,
racing animal. He's been a bit off.
He sort of never really gained any momentum this weekend, did he?
On turns 9, up on turns 10. Heading down.
And that's the difference with motorcycles.
They're getting 4 Yamahas qualified in the... So that. Oh, right. Marquez well away at the front. I reckon you were right, you know. It almost looks like he doesn't intend...
Years ago now, his best ever result in this class is an 8. Like Maverick Vinales feels like. Sat behind him. Full factory Yamaha. Your side bike, it will be, won't it? Ever so slightly.
Factory boys.
Well, actually, I've just been thinking. Can you imagine what Fakada's thinking now, watching through that period of time in front of the rider that sacked him?
0.5 last time around. Marquez lead tyre in. This minute to the medium rear compound. They being Morbidelli, his teammate. Crutchlow did. Valentino Rossi, as I work my way through this, savage.
The only time he didn't do a 49.
He's had a funny end so far. Certainly not on a modern day motorcycle.
0.4 of a second faster. The best session. The Honda team manager telling you your rider just
took another half a second out of him.
Lap. He did a 1:40. A dirt track.
Well, it was a track to a farm, wasn't it? Quite literally qualified again. Equalled his best qualifying position of this year.
Older. Well, that's last year's Honda. Yeah.
Obviously turns well too.
Nakagami was in there a little bit hot.
Which weren't we earlier on? He looks like a MotoGP rider with a...
Oh!
That was
right over the top.
Yeah, that's not feeling any of it.
And in that situation, it's always the guy at the back that goes down.
Yeah, that's not feeling any of us.
They hurt those cracks.
Get out of it.
I was going to say, this is where Jack needs to calm down.
She's then the other side of Petrucci, but still Petrucci on number 9 is in front of the third 43 on the front of his bike. And he's an Aussie.
This is... Ooh, sorry. That was a late. I think it's a story for Maverick. He seems to corner, and the Ducati pulls away a little bit, so then he has
7th place for him at the moment. And Rins is the next.
Yeah, 2 seconds off 3rd place. You'll see him in the back of
everybody else out with him as well.
Yeah.
Just keeps pulling away. Alberto Puig is going to steady his man up. There are the tyre combinations. And don't be too worried about that soft rear tyre. Michelin are absolutely in the soft, the medium, and the hard nowadays.
Tino's gone for a hard front. What a soft front wheel moves around more. Vinales' problem is he can't, as gone for, to be able to pass.
Moving around, you know you can't go any further on it. So Vinales is taught. You may see him drop back further.
A Rins shed some sort of context. In front of him is Vinales. He did a
1.3 seconds now, the lead from Marquez back. You just get the feeling that this man, I'm not really expecting it like we've seen it in the metric tyre right up until this year. That's the one that had a hard, and with the durability of the Michelin tyre, they're happy. I can't see anything wrong with any of these tyres at the moment. There's no real movement.
Shout out for Lorenzo. He's just taken him too long, obviously, to get going.
So Rabat, bless him. Tito, great guy, great. I'm sorry to have to say. Before with Ducati, you know, everybody said, and they fired.
How soul-destroying that is, though.
Well, maybe that rear tyre cooling scoop.
Yes. I thought that was there just for downforce.
Secondary reason, the primary reason is for cooling it.
Well,
it is a bit of
Petrucci.
He's through. Around the outside goes Jack.
It's going to annoy you. This is annoying what I'm going to tell you now. Fast, so frustrating.
There's a lot of Brits that are so severely with a ride-through. And obviously that ride-through penalty for a jump start is the appropriate penalty. I had thought that perhaps they would...
When the riders get together, Keith, if they all say, listen, it's the penalty loop, and it's still like then...
There's the controversial focusing on that. Oh, yeah, when he'd won the second of the court cases. Turn 1 as well. Turn 1 is a really tricky corner.
And it's just not forgiving, is it, at all?
Jack Miller is one side, then the other side. Good to see Tito walking okay.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a lot do that this weekend.
A lot of trail. Well, we bet on that right early on, didn't we?
Could be.
Front 10.4 now for those of you still.
Oh, sorry, Keith.
Yeah, running
I
in
thought
hot.
It was.
And you get sucked together, don't it? Lifts you out the seat.
It's interesting watching Petrucci. He's riding. Oh, this is Vinales getting it all wrong.
Cottararo looking to, he was will go down very well indeed. Second place for this too, the Argentine Grand Prix. Here at last time I looked there, every lap he's taking a second at
this stage, because I'd be thinking, is he going to back it off a little bit? Just
there's Jack forcing his way, but
was he 16th on the grid? Yes, he was.
He's had to work his way through all that traffic. Of Rins. Tell you what, these two in the front, they're going to be.
Yes.
He's just beginning to, because he looks as thin as any man of his size. Decent all the time, isn't it? I mean, he makes a joke about it. A break 2 stone extra onto and off of a tyre cooling idea was really for him in the first.
A little bit too much generating heat. Not to take anything away from him, Keith. It does help when you've got a miss out.
Yeah, but having said that as well, the Honda was faster in a straight line off it now, the Ducati. That creates drag and slows it down. Alex Rins being followed by 42. There it is.
Valentino's behind him. They'll probably be saying a group, I think, before he gets through. He's going to go wide.
Vinales is, we'll see where he goes. He always puts his fastest time in at this point as well. Drives crew chief's mad.
Suits his style more.
12.1 is on the Suzuki. This would be a remarkable. He's got tyres left at the end of this race, isn't it, really?
That's true. Crutchlow is up. He's 3 seconds behind. I think Shireen. He's 4 seconds up.
Looking from Rins at Petrucci. Rins, see whether it's beginning to spin up a little bit too much for Rins, and maybe Petrucci. He's got the right tool to do that with, though, hasn't he, at the end of the lap? That's for it. Will he be able to go around the outside? It's going to be a long way around if he manages to do it. A turn where the Suzuki turns and brakes well. He's upped his pace a fraction. So has Rossi.
Yeah.
The 12.7 now, the gap between Marquez and second place man.
Still, at this point, imagine if he took the front.
Out, he knows he can't touch Marc Marquez. That's hot. He's run that a little while. Pit lane on the other Suzuki. Hope that doesn't befall Rins as he's on his way. It cut out. Is there a problem on? Yeah, he's got a problem somewhere out there. I was about to say that these bikes, all for good the tyres are, they are on the move now.
You're totally under control. When the front's going, it's a nightmare. Rossi's
so as well. We got 3 laps to go. This man is white. Rossi still sitting there, waiting. There goes Rins.
not finished straight. They went a little bit wide. Actually, not that wide, but the Suzuki turned back, so that's probably helped him a little bit.
And it's still hooking up. I think it's significant.
This was going to be tight.
Yeah. Well, really, Miller is aiming to go, and Petrucci is just getting a bit of a full factory bike. Here we go then, Mark Gans. Oh no, we're not. What are we? Oh, it's going to be seeing a little.
Okay, this could be Marc Marquez's biggest win. He's had a 12.
Incredible. You don't see this in MotoGP now. Miller again. Yeah, Rins is not going to get a straight line. And too fast. That 39, 39, 39. I'm just so concerned of this man. Is he riding?
It really is, isn't it? Every time he comes.
This is going to be down to Valentino Rossi. Mark, the doctor is this close to so probably make it stick. And he's loved here. Valentino Rossi's support here in Argentina.
Massive. It's all cordoned off. There's only one other person in this paddock who has that, you know.
Dobby, what's going to happen to Dobby? I'm sure that the championship, 25 points for a win, 20 for second place, 16 for third. Well be, if he can keep that up to the end, the biggest margin of victory that
Yamaha claws it back.
But it's going to be those ways to the win, or is it earlier? He's up the inside, the doctor goes in. Oh! Out!
Frankie Morbidelli.
Morbidelli has gone with, and that is the penalty loop that we were talking about. We'll take a look now. It's going to be Vignale. Oh no, it's not. That was a naughty
big
there.
Crash. That's a big, big crash. I'm a bit over the floss.
I'm not sure about grown men.
I'm a bit over the floss.